It's in the game.
Sports, it's in the game.
Death Valley Clemson Memorial Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the LSU Tigers and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Reese?
Holly, thank you. So Clemson's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away,
Here's a little room there. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Looking for space. It's Berry. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Bring in the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Let's see what he can do with it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. They'll run this play from the pistol. The transfer has it his first carry. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about being physical up front, but if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Wants to throw. It's Reynolds. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Another incompletion on third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. On the run, it's Berry. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with second and one. Defense in press coverage. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Halfway there on first down, it's second and 5. The play-action fake. Lets it fly. Wide out trying to get it in. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that first and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. Gonna run it. It's Berry. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, LSU!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Offense working from the pistol. The handoff to Johnson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense still out there lining up quickly on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football, try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Davidson. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Reynolds. Oh, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Took it all the way back to the house.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Might be changing the route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Working on the right. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. To the air, it's Reynolds. Makes the grab. There's a crease. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To throw, it's Reynolds. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
To the air on 2nd down. Might be looking to run. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. 3rd down. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Reynolds. Escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He wants to throw it. Here's a heat. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it and still on his feet. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 6 team, the Miami Hurricanes.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
And it's Georgia getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. Pushing them to 1-0 on the shorts.
Breaks into the open. The 50, the 40, at the 30. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They'll start on the ground with Durham. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
On first down, it's Durham again. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's a give to Durham. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw, it's Levin. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on 3rd and long, trying to get a receiver open in space, just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not quite going to get there. They'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Making side adjustments here. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Shoots it to the left. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now dealing with 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Reynolds. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Smashes it between the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Levin. With the catch, it's Watkins. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught on the left side by Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Looking to fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front 7, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. He missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for room. It's Davidson. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wesco open on the right side. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Nice, solid completion there. Hit him on the slant.
Yeah, and a nice route in the slot, too, by that receiver. Great job putting his foot in the ground, crossing the face of the defender, and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Looking to pass, it's Reynolds. Makes the catch, it's Brown. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback making checks. The handoff to Johnson. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Now the play fake. And caught by Wesco. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Running inside, it's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Back to pass, it's Reynolds. Fires to the right. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
To their lead. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Finds his man. It's Brown.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. It's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. LSU right back to the line.
Well, if they're going to come back and win this game, they need this guy's athleticism to take over, throwing it and running it. And a nice job there, David, of him understanding the situation, getting out of bounds to save some clock.
Yeah, get as much as you can, get out of bounds, because you can't have that clock ticking the whole time. Now, guess what? I can organize my next play. I can communicate it well. I don't have to be in such a hurry now where it gets frantic and sometimes things go wrong.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. He'll take a shot. Makes the grab. They will score! Touchdown, Tigers! The Tigers are back on top.
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They send the tight end in motion. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Reynolds. It's complete to the left. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open on the left. Past the 20. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Harris. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Right on the money. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know. And the defense, Dave, got him at the 27.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Levitt. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to throw it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal.
He's loose on the right. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.